out where he was, but he was in the park. Um, so yeah, he was still like going to work, I guess.
So
So
tell me how did you sleep?
I didn't. I didn't sleep. I didn't eat. I sat in the shower for hours on end. I was spiraling. I was spiraling bad. I not very good with. I don't have. I'm not great with coping mechanisms. I I don't know, just not great with that. So my friends, they were all trying to make me feel better. They would drag me out to the club. They just wanted me to be me again. They just wanted me to be happy again and just me. Unfortunately, I'm never going to be the same person again.
You had a dark moment too.
Yeah.
What happened?
Um After a while of being into it, not with the lack of eating, the lack of sleep, and all the crying, and just me being so emotionally and just screwed over this whole situation. I had gotten to a point where honestly I didn't want to be alive anymore. And I got to that point where I was just like, I can't take it anymore. I can't. I mean, it seemed to be getting worse and worse and worse, and it was just like eating away at me.
Um, the police, how much did they talk to you?
Not very often. I didn't get my first phone call about it until after I had left in September.
Okay.
After I had left Cedar Point and had moved out of the dorms, that was about, I want to say, a week or two into September, and I didn't get a call until after that.
Yeah.
They took that long to contact me when they were supposed to contact me the Monday after it had happened.
So you reported it, and you probably talked to a police officer who took the initial report.
Right.
A detective never contacted you until a month later.
September. They didn't contact me until September.
Okay. Why? Why did it take so? I mean,
I have no idea. Um,
holy cow! Wow.
Sorry.
It's gonna take a second.
Ugh, I need to
Could we
stand up.
just like take the clock off of the wall?
It's okay. We need a break anyway. I can't believe it's 4 o'clock. Oh, do you have enough film?
I'm, I'm out there. The battery went dead.
You're out.
2 batteries went dead.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
You on pause? Are you
Sure.
pausing it? Oh,
No,
okay.
sure.
We're almost done.
Okay.
We'll go through the. Okay.
I think it might go for the full minute. Actually, sorry.
It's okay. There's probably something on the back, but that's okay. Good. So, no, what did the officer say to you, like when they called?
Um, they're basically just calling about what had happened, and they were like, they had done an interview with him, and they said that he said it was consensual. And this is where I got really angry and upset because I was like, how, in any circumstance, could that have been considered consensual? I was intoxicated. I was asleep. Like, how is that?
So, did she get a statement from you then? She took a statement from you, the detective?
Kind of, but they basically just went off of what was already said in the initial report.
Okay. And then when was the next time they contacted you after that?
She had called once or twice to check in on me. I still wasn't doing good. At that point, I didn't have my job anymore. I wasn't eating good. I still wasn't sleeping good. I was still spiraling. It was awful. And at that point, I mean, we were together, but I still wasn't doing good. And then they didn't interview me until a couple months ago, actually. They came out to my house when I was living in Cleveland because I was like, I can't drive all the way to Sandusky from Cleveland. I was like, I don't have that kind of gas money right now. You know,
They wanted you to drive to them instead of you.
right.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I can't do that. She's like, that's okay. I can come out to you. So because I guess my initial report was only like a couple paragraphs or a page or something. I don't remember exactly, but it wasn't enough basically for them to go off of apparently. So,
Well, you hadn't given a full statement.
right,
You were just, whatever they had was only your statement made to that police officer the night.
right,
That's it.
right,
That's the only time you were asked about the events of that night.
right. Yeah.
So we're talking, what is this, April, so it was like February she called you to do a statement? It was after New Year's.
Before February, I think.
January? Or after Christmas?
Dylan, do you remember when it was?
What you said?
When the detective called to do an in-person interview. Was it after Christmas?
No, that was before Christmas.
It was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But it was a couple months after the event, because the event happened in August.
Right.
And then nothing September, October, November. So it's maybe November, December?
Yes, or around there.
Okay, all right.
But still, took them longer than it should have, in
Yeah.
my opinion, at least, to
All right.
come do that.
November.
Huh?
I think it was in November.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, okay. So you gave your statement then. So what kind of charges was he charged with?
Nothing as far as I know. She asked, how far do you want to take this? Do you want to drop it? Do you want to have it sent to a judge? I was like, all the way. I was like, he should not be out there knowing what he did. That's not okay at all. And I was incredibly upset because she was like, these are hard to win, and she was almost discouraging for me taking it further on more than one occasion. And that was upsetting because I felt like I was being discouraged from getting justice for what happened. And of course that was really upsetting. And I was like, I want to take it all the way. I like to have pressed charges.
Well, good. So you told her you wanted him charged.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good. So what kind of charges was he charged with?
They still haven't gotten back to me.
Haven't heard anything since?
Nope. Not a damn thing.
Oh, so,
Not a phone call, not a voicemail, nothing.
And what have you heard from Cedar Point?
Nothing. Cedar Point doesn't care. I haven't heard anything from Cedar Point.
We have, and I told you this, but we've found that there are 27 women in the last 5 years who have been sexually assaulted on Cedar Point property. Were you ever aware of that? What do you think of that?
It's unsettling. Scary. Makes me angry. Because the fact that these things are continuing to happen and they're allowing it is extremely disturbing and unsettling and very upsetting.
What would you tell a young woman who wants to go work there this summer?
Honestly, not even just women, anybody. Don't do it. I don't recommend working there ever. I mean, the job necessarily wasn't too bad. It's the living there. It's not that I wouldn't recommend working there, even though they're still not the best company to work for. I would never recommend living there to anybody.
Yeah.
Woman, man, non-binary, whatever.
All right.
I just,
You're still in counseling?
unfortunately, no.
Do you need it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I don't even have insurance right now.
Yeah. And it's, how has this changed you?
Um, well, unfortunately, it's become a bigger part of my life than I'd like it to. I have a lot of nightmares, a lot of really bad dreams, sleepless nights. It gets hard. I get really, I mean, I'm still depressed, but some days are better than others, obviously, but it gets bad.
Good. I think, we're good. Good. So again, nothing from Cedar Point, nothing at all.
I haven't heard from Cedar Point. They haven't tried to do anything to help.
Just another. Good.
Yeah.
Um,
They haven't done anything.
How is it they were able to get away with it? And so many of the, and no one's been charged. You know, like 2 people have been charged out of 27. Why is it that that's happening?
I don't know. I think they're working with the Sandusky Police Department. Honestly, I think people are getting paid off and that they're trying to hide these things. I know people are getting paid off. If they pay off other people for other things, they're definitely paying people off for this. 27 and only 2 have been charged? Those don't add up in the slightest.
No, doesn't make sense. But it's been kept a secret for so long, too. That's what's so striking.
And I mean, that's just out of the people that have come forward.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot more than that. I know people personally that haven't come forward. And that's their choice. But there's far more than 27.
Reminds me, how do you think this story is going to impact women? You know, there's this great reluctance, you know, that to report it in the first place. You know?
I feel like it might help other women like me to know that they're not alone, especially in this specific situation as far as at least Cedar Point. Sad to know I'm not alone, but because, you know, I wouldn't wish that on anybody ever, not even my worst enemy, but
Buzzing out there. I'm sorry, Mike. I'm almost done. It's just, the story just goes, it just doesn't end because it's just so, you know.
right.
But you believe it, why, you believe, how many more victims do you think there, I mean, you just know of yourself personally, there are other women out there who were sexually assaulted and it was not reported.
Yeah, at Cedar Point, correct.
At Cedar Point, okay. And statistically speaking, with 27 who have come forward, undoubtedly there's probably at least 27 more who didn't.
I'm guessing it's probably over 100 at this point, honestly. If you want to look at the statistics for the last 5 years, 27 that have come forward, and I know, I want to say 2, possibly 3 personally that haven't. I mean,
Yeah.
I think at this point it's probably well over 100 if you want to say for the last 5 years.
Yeah. What does Cedar Point need to do?
Cedar Point needs to change a lot, from their security to the relationships that they have with their employees and the way they handle situations. I feel like they just need to reevaluate a lot of their stuff.
what's their priority when it comes to young women?
I feel like they don't prioritize it at all, honestly. I mean, other than like the whole the thing you sit through orientation about harassment, that's about as good as it gets for Cedar Point and prioritizing the safety of women that work there. That's it, unfortunately.
It's so funny that you told me about you were voted most gullible, and
High school, yeah.
you're not gullible anymore.
No,
No, I respect you, and I think you're brave for stepping up, and
thank you.
you're awesome. So, good. Mike, am I missing anything?
If that's the man that took advantage of you, boy, whatever, was sitting right here, what would you say to him?
Yeah, no, if he was like in this chair where I'm at, like, what do you say to him?
Burn in hell. Not respectfully, disrespectfully.
Good.
But I mean, that's without choosing violence. If I were to choose violence, it'd be a nice right hook to the face, but this is not choosing violence because I'm bigger than that.
In Cedar Point, now it's like being victimized the second time, in a sense. You make the effort to report, and then they just look the other way. They don't care.
Yeah, it sucks. It's
Yeah.
like, because then, it becomes more present at that point, because then it starts to become a thing where it's like, okay, when are they gonna call? When are they gonna do something? When am I gonna hear about it? When am I gonna know what's going on? What is gonna happen? Like, and it just becomes more and more, and it starts to occupy your thoughts more and more until it's a large chunk of what you think about, because nothing has been done here. When's something gonna be done? I mean, I don't think he should just be out there running around. He's a dangerous person. A really bad, shitty, dangerous person. And I'm sorry for the foul language, but I feel so strongly about this, and I know the whole thing, life isn't fair, but this is extremely unfair, and not to me, but to other women in this community, because, like, he could just do it again.
What's your advice to kids and parents who are coming to, like your dad, who think it's a great idea for you to go there? They're about to start, they're moving in here shortly to open up a new season. What's your advice to parents and kids?
Honestly, don't go. If you do, proceed with caution. If you're a woman, carry mace, maybe a pocket knife. It might not seem like it's that serious. You might not think you need it, but, like, it's not all fun and games. It can be a dangerous place. And I don't think it is a good place for people that are just starting off into their adult life. Especially if you don't have a lot of experience with being an adult and the real world. It's not a good place for that. It's rough.
Amazing. Great. All right. Mike, done?
Done.
Any berry left? Smell her makeup and her lipstick and stuff. Yeah, just try to keep your eyes there.
Yeah.
Perfect, right there.
Okay, also.
Where is it? Okay, is Dylan D-Y-L-A-N?
D-Y-L-O-N.
O-N, and your last name?
Keikel.
How do you spell that?
K-I-K-E-L.
Okay. And you're 19?
Yeah.
and